In this video, I'm going to tell you an extremely easy mind hack that will get you over your fear of approaching girls. So here's what you do. You stop rejecting yourself, because that's ultimately what you're doing. If you see a girl and you start making excuses, I can't go up because of this, because of that, oh. You're telling yourself that you're not good enough.
Yeah, okay, that's all fine and dandy, but how do I fix that?
Let me explain. One of the best books I've ever read in my life is called Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins. The one big takeaway I had from that book was every decision that we make is associated with pain and pleasure. That's it. I'm not particularly proud of admitting this, but I used to go to the Eaton Center for hours a day. I would sit there trying to muster up the courage to go say hello to a girl. I could feel my heart beating out of my chest, and then I'd go home at night and I'd be lying there awake wondering, why the f did I not just go up and approach her? Every single night, day after day, I would go home completely disappointed in myself. I couldn't sleep. I knew I had this potential, but why the fuck was I not able to just go and say hello? It's not like she's this queen and I'm just ever so graced to be in her presence. No, that. I eventually got to the point where the pain of failure, the pain of me ultimately rejecting myself was just too much. I never wanted to feel that feeling again. Lying awake thinking, oh, why didn't I do that? That's what it is. It's regret and failure. The feeling of pain, the feeling of not being able to do what you know that you can do. You have it inside you. You see a good looking girl, you want to go say hello, but your own thoughts are stopping you from doing so. I made the decision that night. I was no longer going to stop myself and reject myself from approaching a girl. I would rather feel the pain of getting rejected 100 times than rejecting myself. Sometimes when you're making a difficult decision that you know is going to advance your career, going to get you further in life, it doesn't matter how you feel in the moment. How are you going to feel afterwards when you don't perform, when you don't go to the gym? It drove me nuts. When I would go home, I'd be thinking to myself, why didn't I do that? Why didn't I approach that girl? So I just thought, that I'm never experiencing that feeling again. What I ended up realizing was I was associating too much pain with going up and approaching these girls because I was afraid of getting rejected. There could be 1,000 reasons why a girl rejects you. She could be hurrying, trying to meet up with her friends, late for a bus. She could be on her period, just getting over the breakup of an ex-husband. There's 1,000 reasons why a woman rejects you. It's a reflection of how you act in that moment. So she's ultimately not rejecting you as a person. She could be rejecting how you came up and approached her. I could go on and on about this. That's another whole video right there. So let me know in the comments if you want to see me do a video on reasons why girls reject you. So what I did was I started associating pleasure with approaching girls. I could fall flat on my face, but I knew with every single approach, I would learn. I would assess what I did wrong. I hired a cameraman to go and film me. That way, I could go and review the footage, see what I was doing that was awkward, and then I would make those adjustments for the next time. It gets really addicting when you know it's like, okay, I did this wrong and I know I can do better this next time. I know I can change this and do this better. I associated the pleasure of going up and learning, the pleasure of going up and knowing that one day I'm gonna conquer the skill of being able to approach a girl anywhere, anytime, at any given moment, no matter what internal bullshit excuses were running through my mind. When I became less dependent on getting results, I started having more fun. It was a small win for me if I was able to go up and approach the girl. That's it. At that moment, I was no longer rejecting myself, subconsciously telling myself,
oh, I'm not good enough to go up and approach Her Highness. She's way better than me.
no, girls take shits, nasty shits, just like you do. Girls pick their nose, fart, burp. They're humans. There's no reason why you should be putting them on a pedestal. And that's what I told myself too. So it was because of this, I was able to get out of my own head. You want to get out of those thoughts. You want to be present, be in the moment. The results came eventually, and I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys and say that I was wheeling girls the first day I went out and approached girls. No, That wasn't my goal. My goal was to make an approach, me going up and saying something. Just to reiterate, I completely changed what I was associating pain and pleasure to. I changed the fact that I was previously associating pain with going up and getting rejected by girls when I had felt that pain that was 10 times more severe of lying awake at night, knowing that I wasn't fulfilling my potential, knowing that I wasn't getting further with my ultimate goal of being able to go up and approach girls at any time. That's what I had to change. It was a huge mental shift and it didn't happen overnight. The thing is you guys have to get the reps in. You have to do it over and over again. They say it takes 66 days to form a habit, and let me tell you, I did it for a lot longer than that, but now it's instant. I can go up to a girl and approach her without fear, without anxiety whatsoever. And I associated pleasure with getting better each and every approach, with the fact that I was gonna go on more dates. I wasn't pigeonholed to online dating or meeting a girl at work. I could 10x my chances of meeting girls and going on more dates by being able to approach girls at any given moment. That to me is very important. So I associated the pleasure with learning and getting better each and every time. This is a skill that not a lot of guys have. I would say 95% of guys don't even bother approaching girls, which to me is completely bizarre.
I'm afraid she's gonna reject me and
You optimize your chances of meeting that special someone, whether you want a girlfriend, whether you want a rotation, whether you want a one-night stand. Why not increase your chances? So if you guys thought this video added some value, make sure to hit the big red juicy subscribe button. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I'm here to help you guys get girls and increase your confidence. So I want to hear from you guys, and I will respond to every comment that I get.